everyone, and welcome back to the next episode of Mammal Monday. With World Bear Day being over a month away, and this upcoming Saturday being International Polar Bear Day, we thought that this episode should be dedicated to the residential bear species found in Georgia. Today's episode is going to be covering the American black bear. So let's get started. The American black bear, also known as the black bear, goes by the scientific name Ursus americanus. It is within the family Ursidae alongside the two other bear species found within the United States. Those two other species are the polar bear, which can be found in Alaska, alongside the grizzly bear or brown bear. Before we get into too much detail on this episode, we did want to cover a couple of super fascinating bear statistics. The first one being that the American black bear typically lives around 8 to 15 years out in the wild, but there are some documented cases of a black bear living up to 30 years old. The average black bear is 6 feet long, with their shoulders reaching a height of around 3 feet tall. Females in Georgia can weigh anywhere up to 300 pounds, while males typically hang around 500 pounds themselves. But it has been documented that the largest male black bear found in Georgia weighed upwards of 673 pounds. With the black bear being such a monstrous size, it is shocking to find out that the American black bear can actually move pretty fast. They are known to swim across raging rivers to catch fish, climb trees almost as fast as squirrels, and even run with speeds up to 30 miles per hour. Although most black bears in Georgia are black, black bears can actually come in a wide variety of color variations. Some black bears can be brown, some black bears can be blonde, and we even have some cinnamon morphs. Also, black bears are not known for their keen eyesight, but instead their very, very sharp sense of smell. In fact, it has been predicted that the black bear has a sense of smell that is 7 times stronger than a bloodhound dog. But what exactly does a black bear need that keen sense of smell for? Black bears are both omnivores and opportunistic feeders. And while they are the largest meat eater in Georgia, it has been documented that black bears don't eat a lot of meat in general. It has been documented that about 85% of their diet consists of grasses, roots, berries, and some small plants. The other small portion of their diet does consist of some insects, small fish, and even a couple of mammals. During the spring and summertime, black bears are known to eat around 5,000 calories per day. But in preparation for the colder months, black bears are known to switch this diet into high gear and consume around 20,000 calories per day in the fall. Black bears consume this much food in order to help prepare them for hibernation. But black bears don't typically hibernate like other animal species do. In the state of Georgia, black bears would typically start their hibernation process in mid-November up until early spring. Here, the black bear's respiratory rate, heart rate, and temperature all three drop in order to conserve energy for the winter. Most animals, when they hibernate, drop their body temperature anywhere from 30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. However, in the case of the black bear, they only drop theirs a little bit. During the summer months, the average black bear temperature is around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, while during hibernation months, the black bear's temperature drops all the way to 88 degrees Fahrenheit. And their heartbeat will drop all the way down from 40 to 50 beats per minute, all the way down to around 8 beats per minute. And while that all seems impressive, perhaps the most impressive fact is that for 100 days straight, bears do not defecate or urinate during these hibernation periods. Most animal species, when they hold this much urine, will produce a toxic chemical known as urea. In fact, humans have actually died due to an overdose of this chemical within their bloodstream. But bears have evolved and adapted to convert this toxic urea chemical into nitrogen, which they further use to build protein. This added protein from urea is super important, as bears will lose upwards of 30% of their body weight during this hibernation period. Thus, all those calories they consumed during the fall months did not go to waste, as those calories were important in adding the 3 to 4 inches of extra fat on their body that they use and break down during hibernation. During hibernation, black bears can actually fall victim to being preyed upon. While the largest black bear in Georgia might be okay, black bear cubs are often predated on by coyotes and foxes. While black bears are typically solitary creatures for the majority of their life, during the denning season, mother black bears will group up with their cubs and den together. Adult black bears have also adapted the ability to wake up during this hibernation period that is uncommon across the animal kingdom. Thus, if a coyote or fox was looking to get a midnight snack, a mother black bear could wake up and scare away the predators. Black bear cubs rely heavily on their mother's protection outside of the time in the den. The cubs will typically hang out with their mother for a year after birth, and while males are typically kicked to the curb after they reach 1 year in age, female cubs are actually gifted a portion of their mother's territory to occupy. Like we mentioned earlier, bears are solitary creatures that tend to stay within their own home ranges, all up until breeding season, which occurs in the summertime. Although, with black bears about to go into hibernation, it seems a little silly to get pregnant right before you crawl into a den. Thus, black bears have adapted again in order to hibernate and use a process known as delayed implantation. This practice allows the black bear to meet with their eligible mate in the summertime where resources are high and energy levels are also. This is a process where after fertilization occurs, a little bit of fertilized egg development will happen, but it will not implant into the wall of the uterus. Instead, the female black bear will hold on to the fertilized egg and wait to implant it until it knows that all of the conditions are correct. And if the female black bear's body decides that it has enough reserves in order to keep the mom and the baby alive, the female will implant the egg in late fall to start the pregnancy process. Thus, all the way through hibernation, the black bear will rely on its fat reserves to care for both baby and mom. And if everything goes to plan, the female black bear will give birth anywhere to 1 to 4 cubs in January or February. These babies can weigh anywhere up to 8 ounces. And like we mentioned before, rely strictly on mom caring for them. Baby black bears are extremely adorable, and we encourage all of our members to Google some pictures of them on their own time. But we do want to talk a little bit about bear and human conflicts. So while Googling baby bear pictures is extremely okay and we encourage it, we do strongly discourage hikers seeking out baby black bears in the wild. Within Georgia, the current black bear range consists of northern Georgia, middle Georgia, and south Georgia. And in all of these regions, it is illegal to approach these wildlife creatures. And it is illegal to feed them as well. And while these rules might make lawmakers seem like big Debbie Downers, the rules are there to protect not only yourself, but the amazing black bears. The black bear life expectancy has been shown to decrease when exposed to human food sources. Also, when some people decide to feed the black bears on campgrounds or in residential homes, it increases the likelihood of black bears ditching their scavenging talents and continuously going to these residential areas. And while you might be okay doing it one time and grabbing a picture, the next park visitor might not be so lucky. And while the human-bear conflict grows and evolves every single day, a lot of lawmakers are looking at relocation in order to remove aggressive bears. However, this practice is very dangerous for the black bears themselves, as they often feel lost in these new territories and try to find their way back home. Some of them are successful and others get injured along the way. So while we encourage the exploration and the research of the American black bear, we do encourage all of our members to keep their distance and keep their lunch to themselves. And that is all the time we have left for this Mammal Monday. Thank you all so much for watching, and we hope we inspired a bunch of bear nerds out there to explore the wonderful world of bears online and within safe distances. If you are interested in learning about more species of bear found within the United States, make sure to come back this Saturday to help celebrate International Polar Bear Day with us. There will be quizzes on both our Instagram and Facebook stories to see if all of our members out there know everything there is about the largest land carnivore in the world. We hope to all see you there, and until the next Mammal Monday, bye!